Hello and welcome back to Russ Plays Games. This is Chrono Trigger. Before we do anything, we can't. Alright, so what we're gonna have to do is, we have to come back here to the comments real quick. Okay? The Guru of Time gave me this sapling, but is there any place for it in this desolate new world? What shall I do? Plant it, with hope. Alright, I'll take good care of it. Who knows, maybe someday it will save our environment. I saw a suspicious-looking person up north on the Cape. Gee, seeing you has really made my day. Gotta seize the day. A moonstone left in... Okay, yeah, so we've already talked to her. A stranger trying to locate someone passed by after you left. No one had ever seen the person who came looking for you. Could he be a friend of yours? Glad to see you've all recovered. We are slowly recovering. We've got to start from scratch. So, we heard that there was a guy looking for us up on the North Cape. But, before we do that, let's go talk to these people. A few enlightened ones did survive. Yep. So she just says the same thing. But come over here. Bye. You can now see that there's Star Sword, Sonic Arrow, Shockwave, Kaiser Arm, Rune Blade. This is actually one of Frog's most powerful swords. Now, you'll notice that there's this weapon. It's called the Hurricane. Well, what could it be doing there, you ask? Well, so I'm going to buy 2 Aeon suits, 2 Aeon helms. That's it. Okay? Alright, now we have... Okay. Come again. Alright, so what we're going to do is... we're going to go up here to the North Cape. So, it's you, Magus. Behold, everything's at the bottom of the sea. Gone is the magical kingdom of Zeal and all the dreams and ambitions of its people. I once lived there, but I was another person then. A dimensional warp. The power is beyond human control. No, we'll be dragged into the warp. Scala! No, Giannis, stay away. But... It's a time gate? No! Scala! Giannis! This is... Hey. Nothing here. This must be the end of time. So, thou art that filthy urchin! Ever since Lavos' time portal stranded me in the Middle Ages, I have waited to even the score. You interrupted me just when I had summoned Lavos to my castle. How ironic that, having been drawn into yet another portal, I would end up in this age. Being from the future, my knowledge of the past enabled me to convince the Queen that I was a mighty oracle. But no history book could have prepared me for what happened here. Unimaginable is the power of Lavos. Anyone who dares to oppose it meets certain doom. At this rate, you too will meet a hideous fate, just like that poor fool, Crono. You dare to insult him? He's history. Play with fire and you get burned. Magus, hold thy tongue. You wish to fight me? Now, here's where you can choose to say yes. In this scenario, because I have Frog in my party, I would have to fight Magus alone with Frog. If I had somebody else in the party besides Frog, I could actually do that. But if you say no, vanquishing thee will neither return Crono nor Cyrus. Wait. I'll come with you. Treachery! You know, there just might be a way to bring him back. Nonsense? Gaspar, the Guru of Time, knows how to restore lost or misplaced time streams. So we have now recruited our 7th and final character, Magus. And oh damn is he awesome. So he actually starts off with every single level 2 lightning spell, or well, level 2 magic spell. And then he'll get a whole bunch of shadow techs, because as you can see, he's of the shadow element. Okay. And that still is not good enough for him. I'll give her that. And we'll give her that. Okay. So now I'm going to sell off a few things. Bye. So as you can see, so the rune blade, actually, you can kind of see that it's actually, because normally if it was like the hurricane where it actually ups Magus's attack, you would see that it would be in a blue like that. So the rune blade actually is equal to exactly what you have equipped right now. The only difference is that it would up Frog's magic stat by 4. That's the only thing it would do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, so now you can see you can sell the elixir for 10,000 gold. I would not do that, by the way. So let me see here. I'm going to keep that 1 Aeon suit. I'm going to sell these, sell this, sell that, sell that, sell that. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that. Keep that. Topper. Keep some of those. And I'll keep that. Come again. Alright. So, we are getting some interference from an enormous gate. It can't be. Lavos? That's... feels like we're gonna get sucked in there. The Ocean Palace hath risen. Surely it doth beckon us. The Undersea Palace? This is impossible. So, you're not dreaming. But that is the Black Omen. And we will be going there eventually. Okay? So this is actually the cave that we came through the first time. So, if you'll notice that when we came from 65 million BC, because now I can actually demonstrate this. Okay? So if we look at where this cave is, okay? And if we go back to 65 million BC, you can kind of see that we are near to where this is, okay? Because I said that, like, when you would go through this one, you would end up here, okay? So this is where that thing was. Okay. So now, here's the Mystic Mountains. So there's a reason why I came back to this time period. Okay. Here's the Black Omen. It's over Melchior's hut. Now remember when I said we would come back here later in the game? Your pendant, it's glowing.
The seal has been broken. I will give you the treasure of the Guru of Reason. To the right is a weapon which increases strength. To the left is protective gear which will guard your life. Choose whichever you feel you need and take it with you. 13,000 years was a long time. Balthazar, I shall see you shortly.
So we are going to take the Safe Helm. So what the Safe Helm does, if we look, it cuts physical damage by 1/3. Okay? I just kind of wanted to show you that. So now, so what you do is with this one is, kind of explain the controls of the Epic, because I think I've used it here without really explaining it. So basically what the Epic does here is, so I have my little thing here, my little ship. And so I'm moving it with the directional pad. And to land, you press the A button. To take off, you press the A button. Okay. B button does nothing. The X button can still allow you to get into your menu. To access time, the time gauge, you just press Y, just like you did originally when we originally got onto the thing. So now what we're going to do is, you still want to stay away from 1999 AD, okay? We're going to go back to the end of time. Sorry, I'm yawning here. Now, if it asks you full speed ahead, it will just take you back to the time gauge. If you disembark, it will take you to that little staircase. Hey, where's that healthy kid with a radical haircut? This is terrible news. I have nothing to give you but this song. It's called Memories of Chrono. I wish I could lend a hand. Only the Guru of Time can help us now. Hey, where have you been? So that's your story. And just look at you now. You've become quite formidable. Eh? The Guru of Time, eh? Heard of him, of course, but what do you want with him? We've heard that he might be the one to bring our Crono back. To bring back lost loved ones. It's what everyone wants. Crono must be proud to have friends like you. Hey. Here, take this with you. What be this? Methinks an egg. Let us call that the Chrono Trigger. It is pure potential. By unleashing a specific course of events, it can have a powerful effect on the fabric of time. Ask the one who made the epic, your Wings of Time, how to hatch it. Like any egg, it represents a possibility. It may, or may not, hatch. But the Chrono Trigger gives you the potential to get your friend back. The egg will have an effect equal to the effort you put into your search. No more, and no less. Don't forget that. As long as you keep Crono in your heart, the day you are dreaming of shall arrive. I get it. It's you, isn't it? It's you, isn't it? You're Gaspar, the Guru of Time. Well, I believe that's what they used to call me ages ago. So now we have the Chrono Trigger, folks. So now, where to start? We have to go get Crono back. Well, he said to start. Hi ho, epic. So he said to ask the one who built the Wings of Time. The pendant shimmers. I forgot about that tab. So we found a magic tab right there. You probably noticed that earlier if you've been playing through the game with me. Sometimes it's hard to see.
On Death Peak, you will find the power to restore life. But to activate this power, the deceased must be important to the space-time continuum. And you must have a clone identical to that person. Only then can a Chrono Trigger work its magic. Need a clone? The magician Norstein Beckler could whip one up in the wink of an eye. And Beckler loves festivals. Find a festival, and there too you shall find Beckler. So that gives us our clue as to what we should do. Alrighty. So. Alrighty. So, he said that we needed to find a festival. Well, I know where there is one festival. But first, before we go to the festival, what I'm going to do is... do you remember the Hekron Cave?
something else in here. What in the world? Got one dash ring. Okay, so we've gotten 2 items for the price of 1, basically. So to kind of explain what we have here is, the wall ring gives you a plus 10 to your magic defense, and the dash ring gives plus 3 to speed. So there you go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to back out of here. What's nice is we don't have to fight all the monsters in here again. Not that it would be that tough because we have Magus. Magus is actually a badass, but okay. Alright, I was just kind of looking. Let's do one more thing before we go here to Luca's house. Make sure you have Luca in your party. Oh, you're just in time. It's my finest work, the ultimate defense for my daughter. Hey, Luca. I'd like to see more of her. I've been making items she'd like. Exit and re-enter. Okay. That's assuming you haven't already gotten that one. So basically, what we have here is we have the Tabin suit. It gives Luca plus 3 speed, and her fire guard goes up still. So this is actually probably one of the best until way late in the game. Which we're almost way late in the game anyway. Okay, remember way back in like episode 2, I said, hey, don't forget this place. Welcome to Nasty Necklace Lab. The spine-tingling show is about to start. So, you want a Chrono clone? Normally I'd never do this, but today I'll make an exception. Challenge me and I'll give you a clone. The longer you stay in the game, the lower my price will be. Okay, so this is how it works. You have to press the buttons. So basically, okay, so you have Y and A and L and R, okay? So basically the Chrono clone is going to come out of the gate at the top, okay? And then what's going to happen is that he's going to do some different motions, and you have to follow those motions, okay? And if you forget, well, you have to pay a hefty price for it. Start when you hear the signal, and action! Ah, see? I was stupid. You're out of cash. Play longer, spend less. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to go back in and hopefully I'm going to be able to get this one. So now I have to go get some more points. Some more silver points. Alright. What's the cheapest and fastest way to get a bunch of silver points? Well, Gato the dueling robot, of course. So I'm just gonna fight this guy a couple times because hopefully the next time I'll be able to do this a little better. I just need to get it. So what I need to do is alright, let's go do this again. Stupid game. Alright. Now let's hope I can actually get this one done. Alright. Come on. Now, if you happen to do this right the first time, and you get all the way through the game, you actually don't have to spend anything for it. Alright, so I actually got the clone for free. So basically what you do is if you stay in the game long enough like that, then you end up getting the actual clone of Chrono for free. So then what you do is come over here to Chrono's house. Oh, hello. Is Crono okay? Yeah, just fine. I hope he's behaving. Tell him to be good, alright? Listen, I mean, yes, dear? We'd like to borrow this doll for a bit. Go right ahead, dear. Got the clone. Stay out of trouble now. Alright. So now. Okay. Once you are ready. So, like, for instance, if we come down here, you'll notice that this is kind of where that magic cave was in 600 AD. And if we were to go to 600 AD, that's where we would see it. But what's funny is if we come here to the future, this is what I love about this. The world changes. So you can see that it's just off the coast of where that thing is. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go ahead and call it an episode right here. So next time on Let's Play Chrono Trigger, we are actually going to go up this mountain. Alright. So this has been Russ Plays Games. of Chrono Trigger, so stay tuned for the next episode. See if we can actually resurrect Crono. Have a good day.